let's talk the Tenet Cycron only level cap disruption. This was not on the list, no one voted for this. This is just what I wanted to do, and it has less to do with the Tenet Cycron and more with Rhino, because I already failed 2 level cap attempts with Rhino, unfortunately. I knew it was possible. I just wanted to make a run with Rhino without using protective sling, which is something that I actually hate. And if you guys saw the videos already, the little clips, there's a bunch of stuff that's kind of crazy, like going in with a frame that is actually gonna take damage, like Rhino. And yeah, like 11 million damage in 1 second, getting hit while you should be immune. Crazy stuff, right? So let's go to the weapon. Tenet Cycron is super strong. I do have a ribbon for this, but I'm 100% sure you don't need a ribbon for this. If you feel like it's not enough damage, you can bring... You might not have enough damage, you can bring Sickening Pulse. And I'm pretty sure you'll be fine. And yeah, that's about it. The weapon's super strong. And the frame is... I don't know. Is there a way to not love Rhino? Rhino's just probably one of the first frames you'll craft. His kit is pretty simple, pretty basic, but it still allows for some scaling. Of course, Rhino still needs a buff. I reckon that he needs a buff, but still doable, still kind of viable. Amongst the level caps that I did, it was probably one of the hardest, to be honest. Just because of Rhino, the damage you take when you shouldn't take damage is kind of crazy. But yeah, Tenet Cycron has no problem dealing with enemies. Of course, you're gonna have to armor strip, but the heat procs are just so strong. The weapon is really strong. It's just able to do it. Like, no problem. Armor strip, aim for the heads, few seconds, and it's dead. The weapon also chains to other enemies, so it makes it easier to keep killing stuff. For the first time in my gameplay since the new war and stuff, I actually decided to use the Archon shards. And for this one, I'm using the casting speeds and 1 Southward shard for maximum energy. Is it necessary? No, it helps a bit. Yep. Casting speed for Rhino is super good to getting that iron skin up as fast as possible and getting the invulnerability seconds. Let's say you're gonna get maybe a couple frames more to control your frame while you're invulnerable, and that's pretty good. Also, the casting animations are so awesome with like the amount of speed that's going on, because that's pretty much 200% casting speed, because I think we are using natural talent, so that's just so cool to see all the skills coming out pretty quick. And I even forgot to mention, if you think you're not gonna have enough damage, of course it's gonna depend on the frame that you're using, but for our boy Rhino here, it's just use Roar. Simple as that. Pretty okay. Am I gonna make another Rhino level cap run? Not sure, but he's fun. It's just a kind of nostalgia, the old frame, but still doing what could be considered by some one of the hardest content / enemies in game. But yeah, it was a fun run. I had a little some moments of rage, but yeah, it was nothing too crazy. Close to my record, a little bit over, but I can barely see it. That's 3. Yeah, pretty decent time. Not the best, but and I even found an eye at 10. It's always good to have the parallax with you to just use it and potentially get something good. Let's take a look on the builds. Rhino build. Nothing too crazy. The Archon shards, casting speed, casting speed, casting speed, casting speed, and energy max. Cycron build. Pretty okay. The Ribbon is also not that bad, but that minus crit damage is not the ideal. But I thought that it was still good. It's still worth modding around it. Pretty much keeping the same build, just using the Ribbon anyway. And the Panzer Profiler. So what do you think about the Tenet Cycron? Think it's good? Would you give it a try? Would you do a level cap with it? And about Rhino, would you try it, or might be too hard? Might not be worth without protective sling? What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Leave it a like. Consider subscribing.